Hi guys, my name is Mahdi. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're gonna talk about why I had to change my steer tire, and one of them was damaged but I had to replace both of them, but we're gonna get to that later in the video. So what I just did was I had to replace the antenna to my CB radio, and not the antenna but the cable to the antenna, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. So I was driving yesterday and I realized my antenna was not connected. I'll show you here soon. My antenna was not connected to the cable to the antenna. So there's a stud. The stud was disconnected from the cable, and the reason behind that, it was raining really bad, and then as you can see inside, this thing was all rotten, and the nut inside that was basically cut in half. So that doesn't matter. I fixed it already. Let me show you how I did it. Actually, let me tell you like this. So I didn't want to open the whole mirror, and then I realized the cable go into the door and then goes into the truck, so I didn't want to do that. What I did was cut the cable I had right there, bought a new one, cut this one too, and then my idea was if I connect this together it's gonna work, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Let me show you. Okay, so as you can see here, it's been a little longer than it was, but I connect these cables together and then put that thing in the middle, heat it up so it's basically sealed. And then here's the antenna, goes up there. Got this nice and tight, but here's the problem. Okay, the problem is I can't get anyone to talk to me on the CB radio. Let's try. Radio check. Can anybody hear me? Nothing. And I'm on channel 19, and I think it works because I see the signal right there. I'm getting it. It goes all the way up to the red, you know, because if I take the antenna off, it doesn't go up that far. So I feel like it is getting out somewhere, but I'm not sure if anybody can hear me. I'm surprised nobody's like, shut the fuck up, you know, we hear you, or something like that, you know. Sometimes it happens. But anyway, okay, let's talk about why did I had to replace the steer tire. Let's go take a look at it. I got them brand new. Let's go. Okay, I didn't want to talk out there because it's kind of loud, but I got two brand new steer tire, and their brand is Cooper. The one I had was a lot better. The one I had on the truck was a Goodyear. But let's talk about what happened. So I wake up in California, I did my pre-trip inspection, and I look at my tire, everything was good, right? And then I take that road. I was going straight towards Arizona, and then, you know, before I go in there, I think it was saying like all trucks must stay in right lane, you know. Lane change was not okay. It's prohibited, maybe something like that, you know. It's mean like you can't change your lane, all trucks right lane basically. So I was going there, and then, man, as soon as I passed that welcome to Arizona sign, and it was nighttime, I couldn't see, you know. It was like maybe 2-3 in the morning. There wasn't many trucks out there, so I was the only one. I wasn't even speeding. I was going like 55 miles per hour in California. I was going maybe like 60, you know, driving towards Arizona. And then as soon as I passed that sign, man, the potholes, I'm sure some of you guys might know about it, but I was like, dot, 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 dot. Like, it was very bad. It was the worst thing I ever seen, and I'm like, I'm shocked that the state of Arizona let that happen and that lane is not closed, because I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like, it's a bad, like, as soon as you enter Arizona, I-40 east, it's crazy. So by the time I was in New Mexico, I was gonna have my lunch, and then what I do when I take my 30 minutes break before I leave, I go out there, I check my tires again, and then in New Mexico I saw like a chunk of my front steer tire, driver's side, was missing, you know. What I did was, I kind of knew I gotta change it, but I kind of wanted a second opinion, you know, because it was like this big, right? And then it was still there, but it was kind of disconnected. So I asked some of my friends. Someone said good to go. Someone said it depends on the DOT officer, you know, you might be put out of service. So what I did was, at first I got some super glued it back on, and then it was too obvious, and then it didn't work, so I had to change it. But I didn't want to change it Like, no, I did want to change it, but I didn't want to change it when I changed it. So what happened was, I wake up in the morning the next day. I wanted to deliver my load before I changed the steer tires. That's what I mean. Because I was running behind on a load anyway. What happened was, I wake up and try to do my pre-trip inspection, and then I realized in one of my hub seals there was something extra. Something was there that shouldn't be in there. And then that was my axle nut was opened in my hub seal, and then it was leaking from the back. So that was emergency. I had to replace that one as soon as possible, because I had a trailer catch on fire on me before. So I do not joke around with that. So I checked the nearest truck shop. It was like 7 miles away, but the problem was it was gonna open at 8, and then it was like 2 in the morning. So I had to go back to sleep, wait for next day. I go to the shop, and then I decide to change it all. I was like, since I'm already here, let me change this steer tire. I wanted to change only one, but then it was okay. Like, the guy told me it's okay if you want to do it, but then the tread on the new tire was 18.5, and then on the one I already had, the Goodyear one, was 12. So it was a big difference between them. That's why I didn't want the new tire to go to shit. So I just was like, okay, let's replace them both. And they were like $580 each, plus like a mounting and dismounting fee. I have the receipt back there. It was like $80 each, and then plus tax. And then I had to replace the brake pads on the hub seal I told you about, because brake shoes, because the hub oil was leaking on the brake, and then the brake was almost useless at that point. So yeah, altogether it cost like $2,333. That is crazy. That's because the shop charged me like $160 per hour and charged me for 4 hours of labor, but they didn't even did 4 hours. But I was running late. I didn't even want to talk to them. I just want to get the hell out of there, because I showed up there 8 in the morning. I showed up to the shop. They were opening at 8. I showed up right at 8. I pull inside so I can be out as fast as I can, because I was running late. Over that, I deliver my load a day later than I should have, but it was okay. The broker was okay. Okay, where was I? My phone called on. I don't even know what I was saying. So yeah, I was in that shop forever, from 8 up until like, I think when I left was 3. So I was there for longest time. But then, okay, the point of this video is, if you don't know already, some of you all might know. I didn't know because I haven't been driving OTR for a while, and then it was always bad, but I don't remember it being this bad. Okay, so if you're going to I-40 East from California, right by the wait station, be careful. Yeah, go slow, and then even if you go slow, it's like, it looks like the movie 2012, like it's not even a road at this point. I don't even know how they have it open. Maybe by now they have it closed, because I'm sure it happened to other drivers also, and I'm not the only one. It cars, trucks, and then I'm sure if they stop you right at that wait station right there, they're gonna write you up for it, for something that just happened because of their pothole. But anyway, okay, I just want to give you guys a heads up. If you don't know, here it is. Watch out. Arizona, the whole I-40 was bad, but at the entrance, as soon as you get out of California, you enter Arizona, it was the worst. And people do worry about my load here. Let me show you the load back there, and then come in and talk about that. Alright, that was my load back there. I picked up from Brookings, South Dakota, and I'm taking it to Las Vegas. Altogether, it's going 1,472 miles, and it's paid $3,600 from C.H. Robinson. It's good. It's not bad. From point A to point B, pays $2.50 something cent. But since I had to deadhead for about like, I would say maybe 200 miles. Let me find out. Let me see. Because I was in Emmetsburg, Iowa. So I had to deadhead 176 miles. Taking that off, it's gonna be like $2.25, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but it's gonna be something around there. And keep in mind, hey, this is one of my better paying loads, okay? It's not all like that. At the end of the month, we'll go over that, but yeah. So I'm doing my reset right now here in somewhere in Wyoming. But okay, all right guys, see you all later. If you do like the video, please like, comment, share. No, don't share, do not share. I mean, you can share if you want to, but like, comment, subscribe. And have you, if you know what I'm talking about in Arizona, leave a comment. At least tell me what's your experience and what do you do, because you have to be in the right lane because of the wait station coming up, and the right lane is a mess. It's like, it's bad. I wonder what it's look like in daylight, but like at nighttime, if you're going, poof, it's bad. But anyway, all right, peace, see you guys later.